What up, folks? Well, it just goes to show that nobody's perfect. That message was so good. And I like to do it in one take, right? But nobody's perfect. That's my first party foul of the year, 13 minutes and 24 seconds and nothing sauce. But you know who I do it for. I do it for the people and not the profits. Not the clout, not the clown show. We're talking about crypto, folks. Why you don't buy crypto on a Friday. I would want someone to do for me what I would do for them. I would want somebody to tell me, hey, you shouldn't buy crypto on a Friday. Well, why? Well, I could go through the whole explanation of why, but I can just tell you that in 52 weeks, right? 52 weeks in a year, I've been in this game for 8 years now, and in crypto for about 5 of those years, investing for the last 2 to 3 years. But for the most part, I've been trading. But as I've been following crypto, I've noticed that Fridays are a bad go for making an investment into cryptocurrency. And I don't have to go into rocket science about it. I'll just tell you that that's what it is. Now you can take it. Oh, I'm just going to look for every Friday. We're not promised tomorrow, but if we're going to be here, then every Friday you should do a little analysis. Now, most people don't look at charts. Most people don't know they can look at a chart. We're too busy being abused by the system. We don't know that we can look at a chart on practically anything out there. Commodities, especially commodities. So as you look at that chart, you can pull up the daily, you can pull up the weekly. Well, we're talking about Friday, so we need to be looking at the daily. I want you to be safe. This is not trading, investing advice. It's only for educational entertainment purposes only. I've learned that it takes $250 at every discounted rate. I had to get my feet in there and figure out this math. Once I got it, I can pay it forward. OG got it, 300. That's the name. That's my name. OG. Oh, he thinks he's an OG. No, it's on my birth certificate. It's OG. It is not what you think it is. Oh, he thinks he has all the money. Nope, that ain't what I said. I never said that. I got the concept. The concept that'll get you on the road to financial freedom. That's what I'm doing. That's what I was trying to do. And I'm not trying to do anything anymore. I'm actually doing it. There's nobody saying what I'm saying. They're saying everything else. I'm giving you the basics. $250 at every discounted rate. We're talking about XRP. XRP, the same XRP that Gary Gensler and the SEC sued, saying that it was a security and not a commodity. And then XRP Ripple rolled Gary Gensler's head and said, no, sir. And they knew, the SEC knew that crypto was not securities, they're commodities. And once you're considered a commodity, you're authorized now to go to the CFTC and apply for your futures contract. It's like going to high school, the SEC, graduating, and then going to college, the CFTC, and then going and graduating from the CFTC into your doctorate program. It's kind of how this is working. And I've said all that, and I'm only at 4 minutes. I want you to be safe in this journey, right? I'll be here saying what I need to say on a daily basis and help people get on that right train, because this ain't the clout train. This ain't the clown train, right? This is the train that you really need to be on. You need that ticket, that golden ticket. So XRP, the price, right? It's not $100,000, right? Bitcoin is not XRP. XRP is not Bitcoin. It's different. It's built different. It's an ISO 222 compliant crypto, and there's many of them. And Bitcoin is not one of them. Ethereum is not one of them. ISO 222, built for cross-border payments. The rails, you're going to hear about the rails. XRP is the rails. So that's why I want to give you the analysis on XRP, not so much everything else. It doesn't mean that everything else ain't going to be there. XRP is the reason why everything else should be there, because they're commodities. And we're going digital, the new financial system. So we see that the big picture on XRP is 350 as the premium, 250 is the middle, and 150 is the discount on the big picture. Now, the small picture is going from $2 down to $1. So from $2, you go to $1.90, and then $1.65 with the discounts. $1.90 is a discount, $1.65 is a discount, $1.40 is a discount, $1.15 is the discount. So as I'm waiting for it to hit a discount, I can put in $2.50. But if it doesn't hit a discount, I can save the $2.50 and gain another $2.50, because I work. Well, I don't work, but I'm just saying the normal person works every week. So that means you have the ability to gain $250. Now, this is just what I do. You do what you want to do. Why am I even considering doing this? Because XRP has a futures contract. It's authorized through the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. It's authorizing XRP a futures contract, which means it's traded on the market. Through all markets, you can find XRP. So if that's the case, and it's going to be here in the future, it's probably something I can invest in, something like Amazon, Google, Apple, Tesla, those things from the beginning, right? We missed. I know I missed it. I don't know. Missed Bitcoin. I missed Ethereum. And now I got this XRP. You remember when Bitcoin was $1.50? I didn't know of Bitcoin when it was $1.50. So, but I found out that at every discount, I can put in $250 and be okay. So if I put in $250 at $1.90, if I put in $250 at $1.90, and it goes down from $1.90 to $1.65, I will still be alive to put in another $250. Now, let's say I had $1,000, and I could break it into 250s, right? 4 increments of 250. I could put 250 in at 190. I could put 250 in at 165, 250 in at 140, and 250 in at 115. That's 1,000. Now I need 1,000 to back up the 1,000, right? That's how you do it. It's not going to zero, is the point that I'm making. Why would they authorize a futures contract to something that's not going to be here in the future? You may want to do your research on that. When's the last commodity to lose its futures contract? Gold is a commodity. It didn't lose its futures contract. Silver, copper, palladium, platinum, oil, natural gas, the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000. They all have futures contracts. They're not going to zero. So 8 minutes and 40 seconds, not too bad. You know who we do it for the people, not the profits. I want you to be safe on this journey. I want you to be consistent and persistent, because it's the consistency and persistency that wins in the market. To beat this market, you have to become the market. The market moves with integrity. And if you lack integrity of the price, then you get wrecked. I'll see y'all on the next one. Hey.